Hey guys, it's another day here on the channel, and today we have an epic duel, and along with it, many questions. One of them is, would Frieza be prepared to defeat this opponent they've chosen for him, or will he show that yes, he is capable of winning and being the chosen one? Chosen for what? You'll find out soon, as quickly as the punch he threw at Goku and Vegeta. When we talk about Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza together, it could only precede battles on another level, and that's what's been happening, well, at least until the most recent one. Goku and Vegeta got badly beaten this time, and that was it, right? Definitely not. That's where you're wrong. So don't let yourself be tricked again by forgetting to subscribe to the channel. Give us a hand, leave a like, and hit the bell. Want to know more about why neither Goku nor Vegeta were chosen to fight Frieza this time, but rather someone stronger? Stay tuned for every detail we're going to bring you, because it seems that Frieza has control of the current situation, being the strongest among the three. Goku and Vegeta were literally humiliated by Frieza, and he didn't even consider killing them. If he's stronger now, let's be honest, under normal circumstances, he'd still harbor hatred for the Saiyans and would try to get revenge. We have an extreme doubt here. Why didn't he kill both of them, giving just a shallow and meaningless excuse that he has bigger plans, when not long ago he destroyed the entire Earth in his revenge, not caring about anything? His Frieza? Guys, no point in saying it was because of the tournament. It wasn't. He's still evil. So let me explain something. BEERUS and Whis are involved here, and I'll prove it. They may have given Frieza a secret mission, to defeat Goku and Vegeta together. But in this sense, to defeat a perfect mortal, someone with a unique power. And who could that be? Gogeta comes to mind, but no, there's a whole theory involving Gogeta because he's someone who has his own thoughts, not being Goku nor Vegeta, but rather a separate deity. So they chose Vegito, and for what reason was this mission given to Frieza? Stay until the end, and you'll understand exactly why. Stay tuned. Let's imagine the scenario of this battle that promises to be one of the greatest of all time. Can you visualize a battlefield where the energy of both vibrates in the air? Goku and Vegeta, this time not using the Metamoru dance, but rather the Potara earrings, transforming into Vegito to face Frieza. This would be the ultimate battle. Vegito, the result of Goku and Vegeta's fusion, faces the infamous Black Frieza. But bringing this fusion into play currently, what makes this different from other fusions already done in this universe? There are two names on this list that make this the greatest fusion, Ultra Ego and Instinct, the current Natural Instinct, and Vegeta's recent Ultra Ego. Imagine a fusion of Superior Instinct and Ultra Ego. That would be a spectacular sight. The fusion of Goku and Vegeta in this state would bring a balance of divine power. Goku's Superior Instinct, with its perfect defense and almost inhuman movements, would combine with Vegeta's Ultra Ego, which strengthens with damage and destruction. The question here would be, which characteristic would dominate? Destruction or instinct? The question that won't leave our minds. Perhaps there would be a perfect balance, where Goku's impeccable defense and reflexes would be enhanced by Vegeta's relentless offense. This combination would create a fighter who not only dodges every attack, but retaliates with devastating force. In the fusion, they could enhance their techniques, perhaps merging Vegeta's Hakai with Goku's Kamehameha, creating new, even deadlier attacks. To better understand, let's look at the individual characteristics. Goku's Superior Instinct allows him to react without thinking, his natural reflexes taking over in critical moments. It's a technique that maximizes defense and evasion, making Goku almost intangible in combat. On the other hand, Vegeta's Ultra Ego is a technique that feeds off offense and destruction. The more damage Vegeta takes, the stronger he becomes, turning pain into power. When we think about this fusion, we have to imagine a perfect synergy between these two fighting styles. The perfect evasion combined with a brutal offensive would create an entity that could rival any god. The balance would be the key. Goku, with his ability to predict movements and dodge, would allow Vegeta to channel his Ultra Ego without interruption, resulting in incredibly powerful attacks. Now, bringing this into the battle with Frieza, the use of these techniques could be decisive. Vegito, mastering both Superior Instinct and Ultra Ego, would be a formidable adversary. He could dodge Frieza's attacks with the grace of a dancer, while his counterattacks would be relentless and devastating. Frieza, no matter how powerful he became, would face monumental challenges trying to overcome this perfect combination of defense and offense. Vegito's ability to almost instinctively dodge attacks and retaliate with destructive force would make this battle even more exciting and unpredictable, leading us to believe that neither Frieza nor any other mortal could stand against it, something Gogeta might not be able to do, simply because he progresses gradually in fights. He wouldn't go into this fight with this level of power. What do you think? Could Frieza fight against someone of this magnitude? The Potara fusion not only drastically increases the power of the wielders, but also combines their best qualities, resulting in a warrior who is much more than the sum of their parts. This makes the Potara fusion one of the most powerful and feared techniques in the Dragon Ball universe. Let's visualize a bit more about what the unfolding of this confrontation would be like. While Frieza launches a series of powerful attacks, Vegito, with superior instinct activated, dodges with ease, almost as if he's playing with Frieza. Every movement is a spectacle of precision and grace. Then, when the perfect opportunity arises, he activates Ultra Ego, increasing his strength with the energy absorbed from Frieza's attacks, and counters with overwhelming power. The fusion of these two states creates such a perfect synergy that it would be almost impossible for Frieza to keep up. But Frieza, determined to prove his superiority, wouldn't give up easily. He would use all his new abilities as Black Frieza, trying to find a gap in Vegito's flawless defense. Frieza could, for example, try to destabilize Vegito with mental attacks, reminding him of past defeats or provoking him about his temporary weakness from the fusion. Now, let's imagine how Vegito could use this combination of powers to maximize his potential. He could, for example, start the battle focused on superior instinct, keeping Frieza busy while observing and learning his attack patterns. Every movement of Frieza would be analyzed and dodged with surgical precision. Then, at the perfect moment, Vegito would switch to Ultra Ego, channeling all the accumulated power into an attack that could change the course of the battle. Moreover, the Potara fusion allows Vegito to have a more stable and lasting fusion compared to Gogeta's Metamoru fusion. This means he would have more time to explore and utilize both superior instinct and Ultra Ego's abilities, making him an even more formidable opponent for Frieza. Talking about Vegito, let's recall his previous appearances. From his first appearance in the Majin Buu saga, when he easily defeated Super Buu, to his more recent battles. Vegito has always impressed with his overwhelming power and unmatched abilities. But how does he compare to the other famous fusion warrior, Gogeta? Before talking about that, let's go back to the starting point of what led to this battle. Before I forget, the first reason I think is cool is that Frieza has always been the one chosen to replace BEERUS, always destroying and conquering planets. In the middle of all this would be a way for him to prove that he is really strong by defeating the yin and yang, the fusion of Goku and Vegeta at their current peak, something BEERUS could surely do. And I'll go further, without being at 100% of his power, this would be very interesting. Or, if you prefer to remove that shine, it could be something like they had the opportunity and used the Potara earrings. Maybe Frieza was about to kill the Supreme Kai, who knows. But wait, what if there's an alternate scenario? That said, what if Zeno decided to organize a new exhibition tournament where each universe would have to showcase its most powerful warriors? In this scenario, Goku and Vegeta, using the Potara, would become Vegito to face Black Frieza in an exhibition for Zeno, showcasing not only Vegito but also Gogeta, which, if we look closely, BEERUS and Whis never considered this form for the Tournament of Power. I'm not even sure if they knew about it. And if the theory about Gogeta being an entity is true, and they wanted to hide him, that would be surreal just to imagine. This fight wouldn't just be a matter of raw power but also of honor and destiny. It would be a clash that would decide the future of their universes. That's why Zeno asked to test everything, including the fusions. But anyway, comment below with another good argument for why this fight could really happen. Now let's get back to the topic and continue the comparison of both fusions. Gogeta, the result of the Metamoru dance, is also incredibly powerful. However, there are subtle differences between the two. While Gogeta could be considered a more ethereal and fleeting entity, Vegito, with the Potara earrings, has a fusion that is generally more stable and enduring. The question of which side Vegito leans more toward, whether Goku or Vegeta, is also intriguing. Vegito seems to combine the best of both, but perhaps with a slight inclination toward Vegeta's fierceness and strategy. We can't forget about other fused warriors, either, and that slight difference. Do you remember Gotenks, the fusion of Goten and Trunks? By the way, they have a synergy together that exceeds many fighters. Gotenks brought a unique mix of power and abilities, but most importantly, his Metamoru fusion technique wasn't as stable as the Potara earrings. If Goten and Trunks could use the Potara fusion, who would come out? That's a question I'd really like to know the answer to. Most likely, we would see a more stable and potentially more powerful version, given the combination of their youthful and creative traits. The Potara fusion is also something quite surreal. Between Goku and Vegeta, it creates Vegito, a warrior who carries the best qualities of both. Vegeta's technique, cunning, and brute strength are complemented by Goku's creativity and determination. This combination creates a nearly invincible fighter who is unafraid to face impossible challenges. On the other hand, we have Frieza, who has a long history of rivalry with the Saiyans. He started as a galactic tyrant, but his obsession with power and revenge led him to train intensely after each defeat. With his Black Frieza form, he reached a new level of power, blending his natural cruelty with precise control over his energy. The battle promises to be a spectacle of strategies. Vegito, using his vast range of abilities, combines devastating physical attacks with highly advanced key techniques. Imagine him using the Big Bang attack combined with the Kamehameha, creating an energy explosion that could destroy planets. Frieza, on the other hand, responds with precise and lethal attacks, such as his Death Beam, which could pierce even Vegito's defense. We can't forget to consider the limited time of the Potara fusion. Vegito knows he must defeat Frieza before the fusion fades. This adds an extra layer of tension to the fight. Every second counts, and any mistake could be fatal. Frieza's speed and regeneration abilities are also critical factors. He's not just strong, but also resilient, able to withstand attacks that would bring other warriors to their knees. Anyway, we can say we've reached the climax of the battle. Vegito's determination and Frieza's calculated cruelty create a confrontation where every punch is a chess move, and every technique is a risky bet. Vegito, drawing on his inner strength from both Goku and Vegeta, decides to risk everything in a final attack. He channels all his energy into a massive attack, a last Kamehameha mixed with the final flash. Frieza, realizing the imminent danger, concentrates all his energy into an equally devastating attack. The resulting explosion is so powerful that it tears apart the fabric of space-time, leaving the spectators in shock. When the dust settles, the results are visible. Vegito, at the limit of his strength, undoes the fusion, reverting to Goku and Vegeta. Frieza, although severely injured, still stands, proving that he is a force to be reckoned with. But both fall to the ground, which would result in a draw. Frieza has proven to be the strongest in Universe 7. Has he really? In the end, the battle ends in a stalemate, leaving the question hanging. Who truly won? Goku and Vegeta, separated but still determined, promise to train even harder for the next time. Frieza, with a sinister smile, plans his next move. The fight may have ended, but the rivalry is far from over. Even if Frieza says otherwise, and I won't dare to say it, but I do dare to end this video here, leaving this ending of both open. But honestly, I think they gave Frieza more power than we imagined, so expect something big. I'll say goodbye here, until next time.